Thanks for watching Lessons in Minutes with Jaylee. Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.
Hey guys, today we're going to take another look at Purchases Journal, another concept that relates to it, and that is basically preparing Folio references. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to use Folio references when preparing accounting records for credit purchases. Now I know that you're wondering, what is Folio references? What is it basically? What Folio references do, they serve as cross-referencing. So you know that when you're doing double entry, there are two entries, a debit and a credit entry. When you use Folio reference and look in a particular account, you will be able to determine where the other entry is located. That's what Folio references do. So it tell you, for example, which ledger and which page within that ledger you're to look to find the other entry. Now, if it is that you had posted something from a particular book of original entry to a ledger, then when you look in the folio, in the ledger account, you will see which book of original entry the source of entry came from. In terms of your book of original entry, when you look in that specific book of original entry for an entry, you will see where you have posted a particular entry, which ledger you have posted the entry in. Okay, so basically what Folio references do is that it provides a system of numbering pages and or individual accounts that enables quick reference to the source of an entry in the double entry system. Now, in previous lessons, we have looked at preparing the purchases book. We have also looked at posting to the purchases ledger and the general ledger. I'm going to use that response to complete the folio references for you. So we're in the purchases journal. We are going to use PJ to represent the abbreviation for purchases journal. If you were using purchases book, you would use PB for that. For purchases ledger, I will be using PL to represent the purchases ledger. So the abbreviation that will be used is PL. So within the accounting system, PL stands for purchases ledger. PJ stands for purchases journal. Now, each book of original entry would have a page number. So for the purchases journal, I'm going to give this a page number. So I'm going to call it PG 15. What it is saying, the purchases journal is located on page 15. We're going to look at May 3rd entry that is in the purchases journal. We have Whiteford Limited. Where did we post Whiteford Limited's account when we did that lesson? It was posted to the purchases ledger. So this entry from the purchases journal was posted to Whiteford's account in the purchases ledger. Over in the purchases ledger, we need to give Whiteford's limited account a page. So I'm going to call this page 1. So say it is on page 1. Let me change that color so I can highlight that page for you. Page 1. In the purchases journal, we need to complete the folio for that first entry, Whiteford. We have PL, but I'm going to put 1 there to represent that Whiteford's limited account is located. Whiteford's limited account is located in the purchases ledger, but on page 1. That is what the folio references do. It allows you, it gives you direction. What this is saying, what this PL1 is saying, this right here, PL1, what it is saying is that if you go to the purchases ledger on page 1, you will find the entry that was posted from the purchases journal. Okay, let's complete the folio in Whiteford Limited account. So we have two entries right there. May 3rd, we're on the credit side, May 3rd. Where did we get this entry from? Let me highlight this entry for you. May 3rd, purchases as the details, the amount is 1,230. Where did we get that entry from? This entry was taken from the purchases journal, but guess what? Which page was it? It was on page 15. So therefore, in our purchases ledger for Whiteford Limited account, the folio should be PJ15, indicating that if we go to page 15 of the purchases journal, we will find the information as it relates to this entry that we have posted to the purchases ledger. Now, there's another entry for Whiteford Limited that is in the purchases journal. It's going to carry that same folio, PL, page 1. And in Whiteford Limited account, the folio is PJ15 because it is coming from that very same source. If we should look at P. Sackley, what is the folio? The folio is PL, but we need to have a page number for the account for P. Sackley. So in the purchases ledger, to the right of P. Sackley, the title, I must say that the page numbers are written at the right-hand corner of the account. So it's in that very same line with the account title, but that is on the right-hand side. So P. Sackley, we're going to give this PG2, call it page 2. So to complete the folio in the purchases journal for P. Sackley's entry, that is PL2, saying if you go to the purchases ledger on page 2, you will find P. Sackley's account. Let's complete the folio in P. Sackley account. Where did we get this entry for May 11th? That is on the credit side. It came from the purchases journal, page 15. And just to complete this very last one, A. Ayrton, the account is located in the purchases ledger, and I am going to call this page 3. So in the purchases ledger, to the right of A. Ayrton account, I'm going to call this PG3, as was used in the purchases journal to complete the folio. And let's complete this folio. This entry on the right-hand side of A. Ayrton's account came from the purchases journal, page 15. And that completes the purchases ledger based on the accounts that we have located in it. Let's now complete the folio for the account, the purchases account that was prepared in the general ledger. So on May 31st, we have transferred to purchases account. Where is the purchases account located? In the general ledger, but we need a page number for that. Let's call that general ledger page 8. So in the general ledger, we need to put the page number on for the purchases account, and that is PG8. And to complete the folio in the purchases account, where did we get this total credit purchases from? We got it from the purchases journal, and that is page 15. And that basically completes the lesson on preparing folio references for credit purchases.
Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.